The heavens are shining, God is smiling. Because, oh boy, Star Wars might be back. And this is pretty exciting. No, this is. Can't believe it. This is the most exciting piece of Star Wars news I have heard, or really an update I've heard in years. Kathleen Kennedy, the president of Lucasfilm, the overseer of the Star Wars universe, is stepping down. And I can't wait to see what happens when the new creative team comes in to actually give us Star Wars back. Now, I don't really like okay, look. I'll say this now, I'm not the biggest Star Wars hater. I don't have any problems with a lot of like movies or anything. I think like older trilogies have been fine up to the new trilogy, but despite everything, I don't hate Star Wars, but I can't love Star Wars because first off, I hate TV shows. It's just the most diabolical thing I have seen in the modern day of media. Everything needs to be a fucking spin-off, let alone it needs to be a spin-off as a TV show. And to me, TV shows, more specifically TV shows in streaming era, is the worst fucking thing to ever hit the media. And Kathleen Kennedy is the biggest supporter of TV shows because the last Star Wars film to be released in theaters was in 2019, 7 years ago, with Rise of Skywalker. I almost forgot the fucking movie. The Rise of Skywalker was the last movie to hit theaters. Now, the next movie we're gonna get in theaters is Mandalorian and Grogu, which is coming out this May, which either makes or breaks Star Wars as a whole. So, generally, though, my reasoning for such pure joy is because Star Wars needs to really get brought back into the mainstream. I feel like ever since Disney bought Star Wars, they had the right idea of moving on with a new trilogy, which it started off very hopefully. Not no pun intended there, due to the fact that Force Awakens is a complete No New Hope ripoff. But the biggest problem for me is when you have a director that doesn't know how to plan really. I don't know anything about J.J. Abrams besides he just didn't have a plan really because Rian Johnson fucked everything up. So the point is that Star Wars has had a very rough time after the release of Rise of Skywalker because now everything is on streaming and streaming is only becoming more expensive and I'm scared about it because I don't want to have to you see those prices. I also don't want to sit and watch a 10-hour show that really isn't that good or that just leads into more spin-offs and then more spin-offs and then more from then on. So the point I'm tired of it because Star Wars needs a fresh coat. So hopefully, with these new creative heads, David Filoni and uh, with the new creative heads being Dave Filoni as the creative head and Lee Wen Brianna, who's going to be the financial guru of pretty much the brand, the Lucasfilms from then on. I really hope the new perspective, the new viewpoint is going to be let's make movies this time instead of making 20,000 shows. So I really do hope that they take and I really hope they give people these jobs, give people these positions of power into making a TV show that actually cares about Star Wars because I do believe it was the Acolyte. Those people that made the fucking Acolyte are like we've never seen a fucking piece of Star Wars media in our life. So generally, to me, I'm just like Kathleen Kennedy. Why the fuck do you want to hire people that don't give a fuck about your brand? You clearly like it or love it. So why the fuck are you giving people jobs that don't give a fuck about the brand? We see projects like or brands do this all the time with Halo, like I said, The Witcher, now Star Wars. So generally, it's just like let's give people that love the brand this position of power that are willing to use Star Wars, these characters, or tell a new story by respecting what has been made before it. So I really do hope that at the same time we're giving more movies. I feel like like I said, Mandalorian and Grogu is gonna make or break it. We're gonna see if it's either financially successful or it's gonna be a flop, to see where Disney kind of goes with Star Wars as a whole. Even though I feel like the first Star Wars movie that needs to be in theaters needs to be an actual Star Wars movie, not a season 4 conclusion, which will definitely spark sequels if it does a shit ton of money. Looking at the ideas that they could do, if they want to keep, on keep doing some of the original stuff that they've already made. For example, a General Grievous origin story. That would be actually fucking cool. Or I don't know, like a trilogy based in the Old Republic with characters like Darth Malgus or Darth Plagueis, or having hundreds of Sith Lords besides having only fucking two of them. And on top of things, here's an idea: get the fuck out of this storyline. Get out of it. Go to a new timeline. Go to like we are what year are we in for Star Wars? 20,000 AD. I don't care. Go to 40,000. Go, leave, get the fuck out of the new trilogy era and go somewhere else and do something new. New Jedi's, new whatever. Give me a villain that isn't fucking Darth Sidious. Get the fuck out of. Leave. Darth Vader, great villain. I need someone new. Let's get a new character, not like Darth Vader, because that was Kylo Ren's whole perspective, was just to be a I'm Darth Vader 2.0, fear me. Ah! So, the I love Star Wars, but I can't love it, not especially what has been seen the last 7 years. That I cannot love. Now, I love Mandalorian season 1 and 2. I think those are great. Season 3, dog shit. Book of Boba Fett, dog shit. Andor, I can't believe I missed out on this show during the hype, because Andor season 1 and season 2 or are probably like the best thing I have seen since Clone Wars. Like, that was a phenomenal show. I made a whole video like almost going like almost 30 minutes talking about it. I really really loved Andor season 1 and season 2. Great show. I feel like though, if that was a movie, that could have probably been done really well. So I don't know. Kathleen Kennedy is stepping down though. Pretty exciting. Is this a new hope for Star Wars? Pun intended. So we're just gonna see what happens. Will Mandalorian season 4 technically make or break Star Wars? Also, Starfighters is coming out I think next year. So we'll see what happens with Star Wars. I'm excited to see how things go now. That's pretty much it though. So good night.